Why, hello everybody. Welcome to the Ninja Dev Q&A, where we're going to be chatting to, it's all ninjas. We've got a full sofa of ninjas today, talking about various projects you've worked on and got coming up. So if you've got any questions for them, hashtag RSDevQA, we'll chuck them over and give them a chat. So would you like to introduce yourselves first?
I'm Mod Doctor. I think I was the last addition to the Ninja team, apart from...
There's been a few more.
Yeah. Oh, there's been a few more since me. Yeah. So.
Mod Timbo, game balancer, man that does ninja design things.
Mod KOC, I am a QA analyst.
I'm Mod Kelpie, lead ninja.
Mod Melee, ninja.
Ninja.
Latest ninja. No, almost. No, I'm not even the latest ninja. You know, there's always more ninja.
Mod Orion, Mod Dolan.
Yeah.
They've been the
good recall. That's impressive. I mean, if you were going to summarise what ninjas do, could one of you do it quickly?
We fix all the niggly stuff that you guys hate.
We jump in, fix a thing, smoke bomb, we're gone.
Yeah. But it's not just that, because obviously you've done. I mean, there's Christmas. We're going to talk about Hattie Wolf today. So you do substantial stuff as well. So fix things and do substantial stuff as well.
They still tend to be on the smaller side of the project. So we don't do like full blown massive quests.
We wouldn't do a dungeon.
Big like new bosses or anything like that.
So the intention is
small stuff.
Really fill up that patch notes and really kind of get a lot of stuff coming up.
Fix stuff up and just about.
Cool. All things you hate or things that really annoy you, we'll just rush in and fix it.
And if people have ideas for stuff for ninjas to do, this is a good outlet for it, but other...
Yeah, through this, we constantly check the Reddit. There's the ninja forums. We're pretty much all on Twitter, I think. You can tweet us your ninja fixes.
Hashtag ninja fix.
Hashtag ninja
what
fix,
we
indeed.
search every week.
Your Twitter feed. Just directly to you, Jagex Kelpie. Or Jagex Timbo.
Spread the love.
Phone vibrates off the desk.
It's the fastest way I have of getting updates in, I think. So going through some of your updates, well, obviously this week was chat functions.
Yeah.
It's kind of almost a stealth update. It kind of just weaseled in there. I almost didn't know it was coming out, which is grand. But did it go well?
Yeah, it went really well, I think. Players were really happy with it. There was a few issues with it, but we will be looking to fix those and stuff. Yeah. There's always, any of these sort of things, we've got a couple of QA who test these things. You put out to the players, several thousand, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people engage with that content. They're bound to find more issues than you are with several people.
They'll want it for a certain thing.
But I think they've gone down really well. It was originally something that, back when I first kind of took over the Ninja team, we kind of went, I think it was something the existing Ninja team at that time had sort of like some chat stuff. I wanted to do some chat stuff. So we created a project, but it wasn't something that we never really got around to.
It get pushed back by other things.
So I kind of like towards the end of last year, I was like, right, I kind of really want to change things up on how we're doing it. We're doing far too many projects and stuff. So these was one of those projects where we just kind of split off into ninja fixes. And Mod Hunter's been the one who's been kind of working his way through them all. So he's done a lot of work over the Christmas period and stuff like that. And we were able to release a massive batch of them this past Monday.
Like over Christmas, there's just a few of us kind of, I know you were there with your Battenberg, just kind of eating away. Very few people are there, and it's a good time to like chew through some of these projects. We've got some questions actually, if you don't mind me asking. So DX Thurb, any plans on expanding the recent additions to the sorting feature on the friends list, for example? So last time online as a feature?
Last time online, I'm pretty sure we're never going to do something like that because of security stuff. People being able to see when you're lost online stuff is, it's a security issue potentially. So we're unlikely to do that. Adding other search features, probably not as well. The more you add, the more, I can't remember what, I asked Mod Hunter beforehand, so I can't remember, maybe like
needed space
one of the programmers here can help us out, but it was like basically, it becomes more intensive.
Yeah, you need to make sure that we're not being too extensive on the script. So if we have to sort by two different functions, so if you wanted online, offline, and alphabetically, that's quite an expensive thing to do. So it might be one or the other. If we can do both, great, but...
Well, yeah, we've got that stuff in now. It's adding even more than that on top.
Right, okay.
Just makes it more and more expensive each time.
So in terms of slow down on the interface when I boot it up, that sort of thing, or because it's trying to generate that list? Or?
Sorting algorithms are inherently very intensive.
Yeah,
so.
Gotcha, okay. So JDog
Cool.
The recent friends list update was brilliant.
Thanks.
He says more, unfortunately. Can you ninja the ability to color code or differentiate our friends?
That's unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think his full thing was asking for like the top 3 friends could be
That's
all
it.
bit. You could like assign them a different color each, and I think that is going like too far. Like there's a lot of work that goes into that, and I didn't think we'd get much back.
Yeah.
To be honest.
So do you feel like the chat feature is kind of done, or are there
No,
plans?
no.
still?
I think there's definitely more stuff that we want to do.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot more on that list. Quite a lot of them involve engine, so that's why we kind of never got around to the project beforehand, and therefore decided to split them off into little ninja fixes. So anything that does involve does involve engine, we haven't done at this stage. Our next step is the chat interface, so the actual chat window that you see ever present in game is quite cluttered. There's lots of options on there.
Yeah.
So our kind of next step is probably to declutter that a bit, sort those into relevant menus, improve the usability there, and then we've got some other stuff we probably want to do.
And can people go anywhere to submit ideas? Like, is
yeah,
there a forum thread
definitely.
or-
Like Ninja forum threads, all the stuff I mentioned beforehand. Twitter, Reddit, and stuff like that. We'll happily take suggestions on more stuff to do. We have like every Monday afternoon, we have a meeting with all the ninjas where we sit down and we have a spreadsheet, and over the week we add in all the ideas that players have given us and internal ideas as well, our own thoughts.
Yeah.
We add them all to one spreadsheet, and then as a team we go through them all and say whether we think we should
So
do
the
it
best
or not.
time is to send an idea Monday morning,
yeah.
get it right in there.
Monday morning, yeah.
Just before the meeting.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, I'll work on that.
And we've already got some of those ideas already in ready for next week as well. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And none of these ideas get lost, they're always on the backlog.
We always discuss
Yeah, if we
everything
approve of them, we add them to a backlog. We've been doing this for quite a while. Backlog's
People know,
quite big.
soon
So
TM.
within that backlog, things get prioritized as are they like major stuff, minor stuff, trivial stuff. So we try to we tend to focus on the major stuff, but often like the more minor and trivial it is to do something, the quicker it is to do. So sometimes when you just have like an hour, you can suddenly bang out like 4 kind of minor like ninja fixes.
Yeah.
So we end up having like a balance of them within our ninja fixes.
So it's worth mentioning that over the course of this live stream, we're going to be talking about Hattie Wolf. We're going to be talking about blood dyes as well. So we've got some real kind of meaty stuff that you guys have been kind of helping out with or working on yourselves. But for the moment, just wanted to catch up on a few of the kind of recent ninja projects.
We're not talking about NXT beta or anything NXT today.
No NX2.
You might be interested to know that next week's live stream is NXT focused. So we're just going to catch in with them, see how far they've got. Have there been any changes, anything to kind of let you know about? So that's a cool one too. I'm sure you'll all be watching. I'm sure you will.
Oh, yeah.
So to talk about a few of their recent ninja projects. So Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
How'd it go down? I mean, was it all right?
Yeah, I think so. I think they really liked it.
Yeah, really well received.
All the feedback that I saw was really positive. They really liked the fact that it wasn't grindy or the
We were
storyline.
worried at first because it's actually quite episodically. It's smaller
Yeah.
than your traditional mini quest, but released together. It's big. But
Yeah, actually, trying to do the 4 episodes in one go, you're in for quite a long time. Actually,
Yeah.
it feels like a proper quest. But the episodal content means that we could, by the time episode 1 went out, I hadn't actually started writing episode 4. So it allows us to have more time, basically, and not be so focused on hitting like.
Do you think this is something that will happen more often with our holiday events? That maybe a similar structure will be
Potentially.
used? Or?
I mean, so that was one of the reasons why we did episodic content was so we could start getting stuff out before we'd finished it. The other thing was that to kind of spread it out throughout Christmas. We always tend to like start like our Christmas, our winter type stuff at the beginning of December, and you then got like 3 weeks till Christmas or something. So it was to kind of spread that kind of content out throughout the month, so it feels like it's slowly escalating towards Christmas. Was another reason for it.
And it's good that you're not.
I like trying new stuff.
Yeah.
And like that wasn't something we'd really done.
I guess Kelpie likes trying new stuff.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I think it was better because Christmas you normally release it like beginning of December. People do it, and then it's finished.
Yeah.
And they don't feel the need of coming back into
There's
the
a good
game.
reason to
And
keep coming back each week.
Yeah, you don't feel that fatigue of like starting off and just doing that kind of cooking thing over and over. You can mix it up a
then you
little
get
bit.
4 lots of rewards as well.
And then so for people who are playing like every day, every week sort of thing, they play through it in like by episodes. But it means if you miss out, then by the end of it, even at the start of January, you can still just go through and play it all in one sort of thing.
I mean, did everything go as planned? Was there something unexpected or a mistake or unfortunate bug? Or
I think
it all went out pretty much.
Well,
There is a small delay on unlocking music tracks. If you missed it, it should be unlocked tomorrow.
Right. Okay. So for those who have missed the audio tracks,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it should be tomorrow. It should be unlocked.
yeah. Okay.
I mean, we had some issues with
people exiting.
resources. We probably started it all a bit late or a little bit ambitious. So Mod Melia started it, but at some point we went, kind of need a second person on this, and so our luckily we had our new starter who'd just finished training, so we're like, hello Mod Orion, here's this Christmas please.
Right.
Yeah, Christmas holidays always have an effect as well. So.
Yeah.
Christmas, definitely. Everyone at the end of December is like, oh, by the way, you've got like a half a month's worth of holiday to take. Please take it, and then it's like, oh crap.
And to rattle on to Defenders, so have you got any other planned content for Defenders? Any additional stuff?
We're not really planning much more other than making them augmentable with Invention.
Oh, okay.
They're not current. It won't be augmentable on launch.
No, it'll be a little bit.
But moments off. Yeah.
But we'll ninja that shortly after.
Yeah.
It's something that we're going to be doing.
Can I disassemble them on launch?
I don't think so.
No. So both of those will come in.
Yeah. It's just a case of like the Guardian teams of the team doing Invention. They were like, can you do, since it's a new thing, can you do the Defenders? And like, yeah, sure. But then it was a case of like, well, let's actually wait for Invention to launch.
Yeah, we need their stuff to do that work, and they need our stuff to do that work. So it's best to wait for it to go out.
Yeah, you're right.
Then we'll add those Defenders in.
I know they're creating a stable core system. That's their main aim.
Yeah.
These things can follow.
Yeah, and we're already thinking with all of our future updates and stuff how we can tie stuff into Invention and stuff, just like all the other teams are. So.
Yeah. As a sneaky little surprise, well, kind of, the Invention skill cape, listening to kind of your feedback on Reddit in particular, we have changed the colour. So it was very similar to crafting. The Guardians have changed that colour, so it's going to look unique. Which is
looks much nicer now.
Yeah.
So what was it? Or you not tell us what the colours
Hot
are?
pink and lime green, right?
Hot pink and lime green.
Oh,
just pink. Bright pink.
I think there's a little bit of blue. I think there's a little bit of gold, but then that sounds like fishing, so I'm a little bit confused. But it does look unique, I promise.
Okay.
Questmaster cape. So this is, I'm going to get his name wrong.
Mod Banty's.
Yeah.
That's his personal project.
That was received well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was a
definitely.
personal passion project. I mean, I'm nowhere near it myself, but I wanted it in game.
Yeah, definitely. A big kudos to Mombanti. Something he's a high-level player, and he wanted us to do more high-level content. So it was a case of he started that off in his own time, and then it was like, this is good, and we tried to give him as much time as possible. Yeah. But he still had to test other stuff. So.
He had so much feedback from players as well. So I think we had a full thread on the Ninja forums, and then another one which went to like 1,300 posts.
I think there were moments when you go over and talk to him and he was just completely like downbeat because obviously nobody agrees on what should be on there. Some people are like, get Last Riders on there. I want Strange Token from
there are some things on there that some people are like, oh, this is ridiculous.
Rip out demons.
And then there are other things that people are like, why is this not on there?
Yeah, so it's hard finding that middle ground.
I think I have 2 of the things on that checklist. I was like, yes,
is this 2 quests?
Got them all.
I can't remember which ones they are now.
You let us all down, my doctor.
Oh.
Okay, so on to the current projects. So, for us, current projects, but stuff that's coming up for you guys. So, Hattie Wolf. It's a return of Hattie Wolf. That was never a guarantee that we were going to do Hattie Wolf, but they're back.
You might have finally killed him or her.
Yeah.
Last year, but it turns out you didn't. So
who knew? What a twist. Hattie and Skull still around.
Yeah.
So when can we expect it for a start?
Next week.
So next week?
Job, yeah.
Yeah, if you love your bonus XP, which
bonus XP.
It is just a shower of it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And it lasts for like 2-3 weeks, is it?
About 3 weeks now,
So you got opportunity. You only really need to go through and kill them once, don't you?
Yeah.
But you've got 3 weeks to do it within, so plenty of time.
But
I do recommend going in there day one when the crowd of people do it. It's always a lot easier.
And it's more fun, really, to be honest. Like pile jumping up.
Yeah, we brought back all the old content.
Yeah. So it's all the old content.
We've got Hattie, we've got Skol, we've got Air the Valkyrie as well.
So Air's helmet or spear.
So that's divination, isn't it?
Yeah, but you have to.
And you can get them from the wolves.
You can get from the wolves as well.
Yeah.
But you still have to trade it 1-to-1 with another player to get.
So you'll either get the helmet or the spear, which you have to trade. And have both.
But importantly, it's not just that. You guys have over Christmas chipped away, and we have
Fenrir.
Fenrir.
Brand new wolf.
buddy.
Yeah.
New
So
friend.
from a lore perspective, Fenrir brings Ragnarok. So we also. Is there some cataclysmic event that's taking over the entirety of RuneScape?
NXT.
NXT
is
so Fenrir
That makes it
arrives
sound like it's
and
going to be a
brings
disaster. We don't want
NXT is the end of all things.
I'm increasing the draw distance.
that. End of all Java. Is that what
End
you're
of all
saying?
Java.
There's
yeah.
going to be a gap between like Hattie Wolf finishing and NXT.
There is a
Let's
gap,
not-
yeah.
let's-
Oh, yeah.
let's not suggest we're going to lead into
I can
NXT.
hear more Connor revolving in his grave right now.
Yeah, it's up to you to stop Ragnarok by defeating these wolves and getting some mad bonus XP.
Yeah. So how does Fenrir differ? What can you tell us?
I think we've kind of given him a few more abilities, haven't we?
Fenrir is much more involved than Hattie for certain.
I mean, how much more involved? Are we talking
we're not talking like really.
It's not a
super
Rax
difficult
or like difficulty or race difficulty, but
you can roll up there and you can solo it. Pretty comfortably if you're like an average quester.
And that was your aim. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's a bit more interesting with like falling meteors and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Ragnarok.
Spoilers.
You got to have falling meteors is where it's at.
Fenrir is the big
Nice.
boss. It's a bit more difficult than the other two.
Yeah. Sweet. I mean, that comes with new rewards, I take it? Or
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
there is. We've finally finished off the costume, and I do believe we have pictures of this. So it's the chest, it's the torso and legs. So on the left, you can see the image of the just torso and legs on the characters by themselves, and then on the right, it is the full outfit with all the other rewards you've got from previous years.
It's fearsome.
So that completes the full woven kind
you
of
can go
skin
full wolf
outfit.
now.
Yeah.
If you missed any of the previous pieces, you can get them this year too.
Yep. Grand.
So
there are men, obviously, who will be interested to know if they can take part.
yes, so Modesty has been working on that. They won't be getting all the bonus XP.
Yeah. This
based
came from a poll recently.
Yeah,
isn't
based
it?
on the polls, Modesty's been doing it. So I think they can get like the token XP.
Yeah.
Because you get like a bit of token XP and then you get
And
tons of bonus XP.
as well.
So they're going to get like the token XP, I think.
Yeah.
But,
If you don't know about this, they held a poll, or there was a poll in game,
Yeah.
to determine whether or not bonus XP should be available from events
So it was
like
kind
this.
of a weird thing, like, so they, as a result, they get the token XP.
They get the
but
lamp
don't
XP,
the
they
thing.
don't get the bonus XP.
Yeah.
And you'll still get the outfit pieces if you're an Iron Man.
Yeah, they'll get the outfit pieces and stuff.
Grand.
We haven't told players what the bonus XP is from Fenrir.
Well,
yet.
that was my next question on my screen. Go
That's
for
what
it.
everyone's championing at the bit for.
Yeah, I want to know just how much it is. Is it a whack in the face? Oh my god.
Well, the skills from Fenrir are summoning and herblore. So
which is
one or the other.
what
One or the
anybody wants
other,
to
yeah.
rate. Well,
So
I
you got
would
to choose
rate.
one or the other.
Yeah.
You get a similar amount of bonus XP as the other skills.
Yeah.
So yeah, look forward to that.
Can you really say farming wolf next year? That's what I'd really like right now.
Yeah.
No, we're at
Farming.
wolves.
Is that a wolf that does farming?
I really don't care. I just want
We're at a wolf.
if it can have
The wolves are done now.
We did discover, though, a part of the mythology there, that there is a snake, but
There's a sea
if you
serpent,
want
yeah.
that, you're going to have to give that to another team because we
and it's a
don't have
massive
the
serpent, isn't it? Yeah.
we don't have the graphics budget within the Ninja team to do that. So if that's what you want, if you want a farming snake, then you're going to have to give that to one of the
I can
teams.
kind of imagine that. Like a
The farming
sidewinder
snake.
just rolling along, tilling the soil.
Yeah, that kind of works.
I'm just imagining Zora with like a hoe. From old school RuneScape.
Just in its mouth.
What am I holding it with?
Just in its mouth.
Just work with it. All right. So, anything more on Hattie Wolf? Anything else you want to cover?
No,
No. Any new lore? Did you write some story?
Did we say
Not
where
really.
it's going to be?
So it spawns every half an hour after a server reboot, and it's coming up near the Fremennik Slayer dungeon.
Right.
So there's a nice big open area
Next
around
to the
there.
golden tree.
There's a fairy ring there as well.
There's a fairy ring
Quite close to
nearby.
air,
It's
Yeah.
quite close to the divination spot.
Yeah.
And we'll throw out a broadcast saying, Fenrir has appeared. Go get him.
There's a badass wolf, go kill it.
It was a case of really like that was the place where we had room to put it.
Yeah.
We did have like some grand ideas. The start of like him taking on Relica and
Wrecking
stuff, but
Relica, yeah.
It's just a case of like we're ninja, we don't have the time and stuff like that.
All the graphical
Want to stop
resources,
3 different quests from working? Yeah, we'll just flatten Relica. That's fine.
Nice. Okay, so that's it for Hattie. Then Godbook improvements. Do you mind checking in? Let's see if there's
Mod
anything.
Orion is currently working on those.
Yeah.
So since he's finished Christmas, he's been on the God books.
They're
Don't
on
know
the way.
how much you want to reveal, Timbo, in terms of design.
We talked about it at RuneFest.
Yeah, I can't remember if we talked about everything, did we?
So all of the God books will now have the same stat bonuses.
Yep.
So they'll provide the same prayer bonus and all the same attack strength bonus, sorry, I should say.
So that's no nerfing?
No. Well, it's a buff to most of them.
Buff to most.
Currently, they are star specific. We have taken that away to make all the books worthwhile.
Yep.
So it's basically like all of them have plus strength to all stats and prayer bonus. Illuminated gets slightly better.
Yeah.
But each individual book will have a passive effect.
Are you doing anything to change how they're wielded, or?
Yeah, so you'll be able to put them in your pocket slot.
Right.
So they'll act very much
That's
like
a big change.
they'll act very much like a scrimshaw.
Yeah.
And you have a strength bonus in your pocket slot, which is quite a big deal as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll have passive effects that'll make you do extra damage, like cool special attacks. So the idea is that each god, you will do a special attack from their special lieutenant. So you would do an attack from Nex with the ancient book. You do an attack from Ziliana with the Saradomin book. And if you're the Guthix book, you get an attack.
Which
we
is
need to
pretty
see
cool.
what we can do.
Yeah.
We want to do the Sword of Edicts crashing
Yeah,
down.
Tears of Guthix appear around you. You just kind of have a little.
I want Juno to
Freak.
slither up
Yeah, yeah.
and coil around someone. And then
Like a
go down
tremor,
there.
just.
But
There's
once
death
again,
as well.
Farming snake.
we can't
Ocellus
do
just
things.
rolls up and smacks him with a cane.
Yeah.
So many options. So many
Yeah.
options. Is there a story that comes with it? Have you done anything lore-wise with it?
Nope.
No. Cool.
You can
cool.
still preach with it. You can still do all that sort of stuff. We're not changing anything in that regard. We're just making it
Graphically?
Nope.
No.
I just saw someone asking if there'd be a Serum book. I'm not looking to add any new.
No, we're just keeping
just
the
the
current
existing
the current pages.
Yeah.
Potentially in the future, but
More
not
content
right
to do
now.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
I think they really like the farming snake idea.
Farming snake.
It's like a farming Juno or something.
See, people off my own hearts. I love it.
Add
all
it
right.
to your content survey.
Wow,
Yeah,
Dave, if farming's your lowest skill, get your Tears of Guthix with Juno.
Oh,
Get some farming XP.
Farming
Farming
snake.
snake.
Farming snake. Oh, that's just ruined my dream. Easter. So you guys have Easter?
We have got Easter.
Yeah, don't really want to talk too much about it.
oh, come on.
No. No.
I think it's safe to say we've hit upon a theme that we absolutely love.
Yeah.
That doesn't work in other territories when it's localized or translated, but is beautiful in
All
many
Mob
different-
Pie's fault, but it's amazing.
Yeah, but don't worry, it's not an
Yeah.
Alcoric,
Yeah.
like an
They're
Alcoric.
not going to see it coming.
But we've kind of we've taken on, we already said that we felt Christmas went pretty well.
Yeah.
So we've done the same sort of thing again where, we've taken on some of the Easter kind of values and stuff and merged it with the kind of RuneScape characters and stuff like that.
Just feels
to
so weird
reduce,
working on Easter
you
now. Yeah.
I know,
But it's
tell
not.
me
It's
about
not
it.
Easter isn't to the extent of Christmas. As I mentioned
Extent.
before, when we do Christmas, we kind of start off at December. That's when we kick it off. Whilst Easter is always a 2-week thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say what we are doing is a one-off quest. There isn't. Yeah. There isn't it's not. It is only for the duration of 2 weeks or so that you can do it. And the butterflies will return, but we're not adding. We might add a little bit more to the butterflies potentially, but we're not doing any new event. So there's not going to be any new grindable event or anything like that with this.
You probably
we're just
won't get
doing a kind of one-off type thing.
You probably won't get invention XP.
won't
for
get
the
it.
I
butterflies.
probably mean. Well,
We're
no.
not,
Yeah.
we're keeping to. I mean, it's
No,
worth
you're not
noting.
getting. You're just not getting.
Yeah, invention's going to have that grace period, that amnesty, if you will,
Yeah.
where it no bonus XP, prismatic lamps, or anything.
And that's going to be
towards
for several months. So
Yeah.
we don't
Yeah.
expect anything during that sort of time period.
it. All right. So, can we expect the Easter Bunny again?
Let's say
Glimpses.
I'd say there's a 60% chance.
Yeah.
And so Garlandiel has asked about the Easter event. Please, can we get the basket of eggs as a reward this year?
Yes.
Go on, say yes.
No, it doesn't really fit in with the theme.
Yeah.
So
You'll find out. I think when
Not
you play
really.
through it, I think you'll realize.
It's one of these high concept things that lends itself to
We
its
can't
own
say anything
item.
because it is the ultimate
Yeah.
of spoilers, but it's
But,
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I think the rewards will be worth it anyway.
Yeah, I think it's just when we're because we're ninja, because we have to be quite careful with the resources we use, particularly graphics. Often our stuff is going to be relatable. I mean, if you look at Christmas, what was actually big was probably the Ring of Snow, and that was about it. The penguin outfit came from the quest, and
but it shows what you can do in this kind of bottle set. A lot what we're talking about with bottle quests is like using the assets we have to tell new stories.
And we have I can reveal that. Oh well, I'm pretty sure there's going to be no basket of eggs at any point during our Easter. So
it's a big statement.
I think it's unlikely this time around.
I'm going to work into the quest.
Never say never for the future, but
even the Christmas iceberg we made partly to use for the mammoths.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, environments is something that we can always do because we've got an environmental artist in our team, Mod AOB. That's all we've got in terms of graphics. So yeah, when it came to doing the iceberg, it was a case of like, well, we'll do this, but actually we were like, we're doing this iceberg. Oh, we heard this other team is doing a wintry type stuff. Yeah. So we're like, hey, we could double this up for mammoths and stuff.
I like that
this time around we can still do an environment, but we can't. We can't do any character or animation stuff. We have to borrow.
Yeah, like this is what I was going to say. It's almost like you're the Oliver Twist walking around going, please, sir, can we have your artist? But obviously, we have some artists occasionally, and they do help out.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a little bit here or there, and it's just how we use that time.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, Moonlight.
Yeah, get Mod Melee to do it. Yeah. So, quick update on Relapse.
Yes.
If you want to just kind of lead what's going on with Relapse at the moment, because the poll is about to hit.
Yeah. So you got until Friday to vote. Well, I say Friday. I'm going to close it on Friday, so I would say Thursday evening. To vote on the current RuneLabs criteria. So we're asking people what new area they would like us to work on, kind of like summertime this year.
Yeah, that's it. Whole new area.
So that's for the Guardians team. They're going to be working on that. So if you do have any questions about that, tweet Guardians team, not me, please.
Yeah, at Jagex Rolling, at JagXJ.
Yep, indeed. And so, and then the top 4 ideas are going to go to a poll. And that will go into the game on Friday.
Yeah.
And
so we've already annotated those, so that any that don't fit the criteria we've already taken away. So those top 4 at the moment, if the votes stay as they are, will go into the poll.
Yep, we'll go into a poll, and then obviously people have a week to vote on that in game.
Yep.
And then the next step after that is then so that's determined the area. We'll then go back to RuneLabs to get people's ideas on what the big content should be within those areas.
Yeah.
And then that will follow the same suit. That'll be in there for several weeks of RuneLabs. Then we'll end it, put the top ideas to a poll, let people choose. And then the final part is we go back to RuneLabs again for a kind of like open brainstorm period. Yeah. So it's just a case you can suggest anything, big or small, still vote up the stuff you like, but there isn't going to be an end poll.
Yeah.
It's just a brainstorm. It's a pool of ideas that the Guardians team can take from, but there's no guarantees anything will be done. Obviously, they will look at the stuff that's supported the highest, but if like the second most thing is like just far too big, it's just not going to be done, sort of thing,
Yeah. Well, I mean, by that point, people will have a better idea of what it's going to be. So it might be that it's Fossil Island, and so you've got this open brainstorm of what you would like in Fossil Island. So people will be generating fossils. I want a helix. Stuff that in there or whatever. Lizard men. Yeah. So that will automatically generate ideas, and that's the plan. It might be either examine text, or a reward, or a certain activity. It can go across all that sliding scale. Mm-hmm. We're halfway through, potentially, of the live stream. We'll see how far we get. But you've got to transition off. You've got to say goodbye to Mod Melee. But in the meantime, we can show you something really quite interesting. It's blood dyes. So this is coming next week.
Yeah, you've been waiting for this for a while. So Mod Harrison's been working on these with a little help from graphics. Was it Mod Demo these?
Yeah,
Mod Demo did these.
Mod Chambers.
And Mod Chambers, yep. So we have there the melee set with the Drygor Mace and Offhand Longsword. With the Malevolent armour. We've got the Sirenic armour there with the Noxious Longbow. And the Tectonic armour with the seismic weapons.
Awesome. And we're holding back a little bit of how they look, kind of animated and in-game.
We based these on the shadow dyes, I think. So they're pretty much the same sort of effects on those, but with the nice new blood colours. So everything that you can dye with the other dyes, you can dye with blood dyes.
Yeah. So thank you so much for your, posting this on RuneLabs, really pushing it high. Via Reddit, etc. Mm-hmm. We wanted to grab this one because we saw how passionately people were behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. Took us a little while longer than we thought it would. but we got there in the end.
Well, it's just, we have to do certain other things first.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just a nice little treat. Okay, all right, so now we're moving on to the just general questions. See how many of these you can answer. There's no Kelby Cam this week. I know that's going to disappoint all of you.
That's a 2050 meme, and it's now dead.
Okay. Wow.
Get some new memes for 2016.
All right,
Brutal.
My word.
That's a 2050
I love that
meme.
you have the choice.
Tweet Timbo, another 2050 meme.
No, my followers. All right.
That annoying Reddit one, what do they keep on typing?
Literally unplayable.
Literally
Oh.
unplayable.
Guys, do we have like a drop rate-ish for the blood dice?
Drop rate for the blood eyes.
Rare.
Rare.
Yeah,
Thanks to
tweet Mod
somebody
Harrison.
useful.
I don't know if he's revealed it yet. And that's his project.
It'll be as rare as the third Agent Shadow dies between there.
Well, okay, well, don't tweet Mod Harrison then.
No, still tweet mod.
There will be
friends.
broadcasts
Yeah.
There will be broadcasts.
when you get them.
Right, okay. That gives you a pretty good idea.
That's rare.
That is rare. Yeah. Primal Moose asks, what's the focus for the Ninja team going to be for 2016? Small BTS fixes or small projects?
Yeah, we're going back
Yes.
to being more smaller type stuff. As I was kind of mentioning earlier on, like kind of moving away from projects. At the end of last year, we ended up pretty much all just working on projects. I think my doctor was like the only one working on Ninja fixes, and even then it was only for like half a week at a time. So it's a case of like our Ninja fix stuff is a lot better for the most
But
part.
there are still a number of projects. I mean, you have got Easter. you
Yeah,
have got
I
Hattie.
think the way that it kind of works now is like a retention team. So the Guardians, the Watch, or the Dukes, like they tend to take a month each, and they aim to develop a big project, and then a kind of related smaller project for each month. And then we kind of want to try and fill those other content weeks. And the update has been like a Ninja update for something a little bit more significant than just some Ninja fixes. So like Easter is an example of that. God's Books will be an example of that. Hattie is like the one for January. And so we're only kind of like aiming to do like one project per month really. And then the rest of the time we're kind of doing more Ninja fixy type stuff.
And even then, they're going to be pretty small projects.
Yeah. And then also like it was a case of like at the end of like, well, all the projects last year that we were doing, it was really only one developer per project. And we had troubles with like Christmas, like we're talking about beforehand, where we're kind of running out of time this time.
And manpower.
Yeah. I mean, like Christmas is always a special time because everyone's going on holidays and stuff. But this time I want us to try and like focus a lot more on just working together on the same stuff. So Easter, and pretty much all the developers, I think, are going to be working on Easter, doing little bits each. And then even just like Ninja fixes, like we can focus on a particular area at a time and we'll just try to rinse through a load of stuff. So we're kind of releasing
like
a batch of
circuits
similar
and-
Ninja fixes.
Well, like was all with the chat improvements.
Chat improvements, right, okay.
I mean, the
So
chat
hit a
improvements
topic.
was all Mod Hunter, but
Something's like that. An
yeah,
area
stuff like that.
Alright.
So
Yeah.
we've talked before about free-to-play stuff and whatnot. It'd be nice that we can just
Dueling.
all hit that all at once sort of thing.
All right.
I mean, some stuff can't be broken down to multiple people, but where possible, like
Sure.
to try and work together a bit more, I think.
Will Ninja Team ever expand? Says Harold. I don't know if that means like over Christmas where you put on a belly.
Yeah.
Or
We
what.
certainly did. Well, at least I did.
You've all put on bellies.
Maybe.
Love
Yeah.
it.
I lost
Shame.
weight over Christmas.
Did you?
Nice.
Ridiculous. Okay.
To be fair, I was injured.
It's all that- yeah.
That's my excuse.
A lack of free cake in the office, I think.
Actually,
It's true, yeah, there's
I
just
just ate
like
far too
cake.
much, yeah.
Will you expand?
We have expanded like recently. So
As
I
you
was
said,
talking
your new
about Mod
developer.
Orion. He was a new developer. He's been in our team. Then we had Mod Dolan to kind of help him with the QA stuff. I mean, like he's been focusing so far mainly on Darkscape stuff, but that was done so that Mod Chaosy, Mod Manti were able to focus more on Ninja Fixery type stuff and not worry about so much about Darkscape. Obviously, they all help each other, but they've got those sort of focuses.
Sure.
So yeah, kind of like Mod Pi, Mod Dolan, and much more Darkscape at the moment. Everyone else is RuneScape.
Yeah. So we had a question
But
from
there
the
is a bit
feed.
of crossover. still.
Hyperteched or Teched. Can we have a message in chat box when we complete comp trim master quest cake requirements, which can be toggled?
Oh, just to output the fact that you've done them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you're a
The
comper.
interface
Would
is
you
not
want
hard
that?
to check though.
I kind of feel like you already know that you've done it. 'Cause
Yeah.
You've just done it.
Yeah.
I don't know. we can whack it on the hit list and discuss it, I guess.
Yeah, it does
we
feel
would
like
have to
one of
go
those
through
ones
to
that's-
every single point in script and find.
Yeah.
I think when you've
This is a
finally
big
done
thing.
Lunar Farm, you know it.
Yeah, I wonder if it's worth doing.
Live Farm.
I'm not convinced.
It's not one that immediately hits me as something we should do, to be honest.
Okay, sorry about that. Mr. Fortress, are there plans on implementing any of the new Darkscape combat changes? Or something similar, like diversification of weapons and armor into the current game?
A little bit. There might be some bit more of that diversification stuff. And we kind of did it in RuneScape before with like making halberds.
Yeah,
like
halberds and scythe.
Reach you 2 squares or whatever, and they do more when you do like your hurricane and stuff like that. So I think people are interested in that sort of stuff. I think that's stuff that we may do in the future.
It wouldn't be as wholesale as Darkscape though.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
whether that's Ninja Team or not, I'm not particularly sure. Potentially, strong possibility. But yeah, definitely not going to the full lengths of Darkscape.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we've just done a massive combat update
Was that
this
today or
Monday.
yesterday?
That was
On Monday,
yeah.
Darkscape, where essentially we, instead of having melee, ranged, and magic armors, we converted them into defensive, offensive, and control armors.
Right.
And you have like full set effects on. So the more defensive items, defensive gear you're wearing, like the more
buffs
stat
you get
effects
from
you
it,
get
yeah.
for it. But it does allow you to mix and match. So if you want a bit of defensive, a bit of control, then you wear some defensive items, some the control magic, previous magic armor type stuff. And it allows you to play the play style you want. But that's all based on like the legacy type system and stuff. And
you might want to
in
mix them.
RS3 we have EOC and we have legacy, and anything we do has to be suitable for both of those.
Yep.
Okay, a good one is about, you said at some point you were going to make changes to the free-to-play game. So what content will be made available? Have you got any more information on?
Yes, I
free-to-play?
mean, I have talked about this quite a bit, and it's just another one of those things that it's been on our backlog, and we just need to kind of get around to it. Although we were actually talking about this today, where we're kind of like, okay, this is a good time.
We're starting to set a date.
So part of it is bossing. We want to make some bossing available to free to play. So that would be Giant Mole and KBD.
Yep.
And
so weapons as well, or dual?
There might be. We might need to look at some of the stuff.
Dual wield.
Dual wielding, yes.
And some abilities.
And
maybe?
then looking at the abilities, because I believe people don't actually have like full rotations in free to play for some of the combat styles and stuff. So we need to take a look at that, because part of it is you making sure like it's fun and stuff, but also, let's be honest, we prefer people to be members and stuff like that. So part of giving bossing is then bringing in money-making methods as well, because bossing is a good money-making method. And that should allow people to buy bonds, and then they can, they've had a taste for bossing and they can start doing all the other bosses. And we've got plenty of new bosses coming out this year, so it's a good chance to like get into it, really.
Money making in free to play, to buy bonds, to get membership, and then you get the full members game, and you're not paying any real money then.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry,
and then there's some other stuff.
Sorry, everyone in the chat is crying about metamorphosis. Guys, we know, we are looking at it.
Oh, really?
Mod Pi is looking at it. We are looking at it as a combat council. Stop QQing about it. We are looking at it. We know there's a problem.
Or just irritate us and keep doing it. Go for it. But
it's a thing. We know it's a thing.
And something will be done?
Probably.
Duel Anywhere. That's where I was going to go next. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, it is, I believe the question is it still on the back burner? It is still on the back burner.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, it's a Mod Pi project. He is on Darkscape at the moment, but I do want to rotate him back onto RS3 in the near future so we can do PvP stuff in RS3 as well.
So we're rotating Pi.
Yeah.
Good. Are boss
Rotating
pets
pies.
still being worked on? Hellring? Straight to the point.
Not by Ninja.
No.
So
We've had a meeting recently
there was
talking
a
about
team the other day who mentioned that they may have some animation time.
Yeah.
So they'll see what they can do.
Yeah.
It won't be the full load. I think the best thing to do is look at, we've got analytics that show how many boss pets are in the game.
Did that on a
what
live
the
stream.
most ones are. Yeah, we did it in a live stream
So
towards the end of last year.
So
We'll start at the top really and just kind of look at, right, what's the
Batching
most
4,
common,
something like that.
which is going to be, maybe not the first one, because then that's the duck. But maybe
Duck
the one
hype.
afterwards, which is probably
dismiss
like,
the duckling.
I think it's like
Ducklings.
Grado or something like that.
Yeah.
So what's going to impact the most people
I mean, it's been mentioned so many times in live stream. We want to do
yeah,
this,
I
if
mean,
only so we get new questions.
Yeah, it's just one of these. It's just one of these annoying projects where it relies a lot on one type of discipline, and little on the other.
Yeah, and it's the one that we don't have, which is animation.
Well,
yeah.
It's not the only one we're lacking, but yeah, it's the most expensive one in terms of time.
So also from guys on Twitch, question for Ninja Team: would it be possible in a future update to increase the font size of chat in game? Some of my friends are old or elderly and have a hard time reading chat. I mean, that's lovely. That would be
It
great
was
to
something
do,
that we were
but-
like, we did put down, but I believe
What with screens going to 4K now, scaling general interfaces, I think that's one to put towards the engine team, not Ninja. It's not a content.
Yeah,
problem.
I think it's kind of down on the NXT backlog of things they like to do, not for launch, but maybe possibly sometime in the future.
Yeah.
Scaling interfaces to help out with that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was something that I was keen for Ninja Team to do, but it was a case of like, we'd never be able to do it properly from a content side of things. I mean, there's only like 3 font sizes we could use. We'd only be able to apply it to chat or something like that, and not all the other interfaces and such.
So yeah, if it's worth doing properly. And we have to do that
Yeah.
at the engine level. So.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. All right, I'm going to rattle off a few more questions that come in from the feed. Heatley, could you add the option to have everyone displayed in the same world as you at the top, then have the rest in alphabetical order?
Is this friends list?
Friends
Is
list.
that not already the case?
I think
Oh, maybe not alphabetical.
that was asked of Mod Hunter. I
Yeah.
think he's going to look into it, but I'm not entirely sure.
Well, that's
Yeah,
one
how-
for Hunter
again-
had
again-
anyway.
Yeah, but they want world and then alphabetical.
Is it
So that's
alphabetical then world?
That's two sorts. No, it's just one or the other.
It's just
isn't
one
it?
or the other.
I thought it did. I thought if you filtered it alphabetically, it did it, but it alphabetically sorted everyone on who's online and stuff.
Yeah, but they want the same world, not
Oh,
Yeah.
not just online.
So it's for people who have a lot of people
world,
on the same
online,
time as friends.
offline. Yeah.
right. Okay.
Which sounds like
It's
could be
looking
doable.
into
We'll
it,
put, we'll put it
it's
to
something
maybe.
to look into.
I'm not gonna guarantee it. Or anything.
HTML, could we have a global, there are X amount of people in my friends chat right now, it only counts in people in the same world and friends chat?
This quick chat,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yes, I guess so.
I'm going to say no
That's-
then in that case.
Right. Because you hate quick chat.
Quick chat has some
Okay.
limitations, and I'm guessing that's probably due to that. I mean, we can have a quick look at it, but
Yeah.
I'm going to side on no for that one.
Sweet. And finally, any chance of adding boss plushies to the game?
Not for ninjas.
Possibilities, not from Ninja though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things we're keeping an eye on. It could become like Titlescape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to overload
Or
everybody with
Wingscape.
plushies. Sorry?
Wingscape.
Wingscape, exactly.
Cape
There's definitely
Still wanna be
there's definitely
desirable.
been talk of things like more plushies.
Of course there has.
And yeah, even the teams who are likely to do that sort of stuff have said themselves, we don't want to do too many at once, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And just suddenly, just like you've gone in like 3 months
Yeah.
later, and everyone has plushies for everything, sort of thing. Yeah.
But undeniably, you want a Grador plushie, or some people might. I know
Some
I
people
do.
might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? There we go. So we'll keep it short and sweet today.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, with the questions. Is there anything else you want to chuck in about what the ninjas are doing? Any sweet hints you have of upcoming content from the ninjas?
I mean, if you're interested in the Darkscape stuff, we do have a Darkscape stream with myself, Mod Pie, Mod Dolan tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you'll see a bit more of the rest of the Ninja team.
I know that
More
Modcast
people
has
that-
got
Yeah.
a sweet update out next week, actually.
Yeah, I've got
Oh,
something
yeah.
going out alongside Hattie Wolf, but I won't spoil it yet. I'll keep it as a little surprise.
It's in the area,
But
is it?
it's in Relica. You will
Yeah.
think your lore types might like it.
Yeah, a little Easter egg for those who are
That
in
was
the
a
area.
tap project, wasn't it?
That was a personal project, yeah.
We want to keep this kind of hidden, General Shadow style.
If you keep an eye on the forums
not that big.
or my Twitter or on Reddit tomorrow afternoon, get a little ninja teaser out as we do every week.
Yep.
Keep an eye out for that.
Awesome. So thank you very much, guys,
worries.
for chatting away. There's a new video on the IOSRS YouTube channel, Mod Ronan versus Mod Nat K, from the classic marathon stream we did yesterday, if you're unaware that we did that. And also next week, it's worth noting that it's an NXT stream. So we're going to have some NXT hype train. So hop aboard that hype train next week as we do another live stream. So thank you very much for watching from all of us. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.